Hello everyone and just welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I want to share a little story. And in sharing this story, I also want to share something that I would have learned from this story. So a few days ago, I saw someone advertise a service and I was quite interested in the service that this person was offering. So I contacted this person and I set an appointment. Now, in setting that appointment, I also realized that my daughter needed a service to be done and it was in the same location. So I contacted this person to find out if they knew anyone who could offer this service. The person said to me that they could offer this service as well. So I said, fine, that is good. So on that fateful day, I went to pick up my daughter to go to this location. But then when I arrived at my daughter's location, I said to her, I am not familiar with this area, so I really don't want to drive. So I would like for you to order Uber for us or a taxi. Now she tried several times and it was not going through. Uber was not accepting the card, neither were they giving us the option to accept cash. So she said to me, Mommy, we need to drive. I said to her, no, I don't want to drive because I don't know where I'm going. So I don't want to drive. She said, Mommy, the Ubers or the taxi, they normally use a GPS. So let us use the GPS. So reluctantly, I decided to use a GPS for us to go to the location. On arriving at the location, the professional person began with her. Now, once this service began, I noticed that my daughter's demeanor changed. So I said to her, what's happening? And she directed me to what was happening and why she wasn't pleased. So I quickly said to this professional that, remember, when I contacted you the second time, I just wanted to inquire if you could offer this service, and you said yes, you can. But based on the output, we are not pleased with this service. So could you kindly refer us to an expert who is able to offer this service? Now, she was quite accommodating. She didn't get angry. She didn't get abusive. She conceded to take us to the new location. So we arrived at this new location and she introduced us to the person, and the person was able to offer the service, to the best of their ability, and we were pleased at the end of the day. Now I had to return back to her location for her to offer the service for me that I initially wanted. Now, the lesson from this professional, the first professional, is that we need to be considerate of others. All of us are struggling and we all don't have it, and all of us want to survive. So when you know that you can't offer a service, be man or woman enough to admit that I don't know everything, I have limitations, and so I am going to own up to my limitation and don't just take people money pretentiously. It also tells me that once you know that you can't do something, don't get abusive. Understand yourself and meet people at their own needs. Don't just decide that, oh, you contacted me already and now you're going to shortchange my money or whatever. No, don't do that. Now back to the Uber. Remember, initially I didn't want to drive, but I had to drive to the location. Now, on reaching it, as I said before, I had to take my daughter to a different location, right? Now, it meant that at the end of the day, I had to find 5 transportation money. It would have cost me 5 times. So based on this, I have learned that every disappointment is a blessing because God rewrote this script. If He didn't rewrite this script, we would have gotten through with the Uber initially, and so When I arrived at the first location and I had to go to a new one, I would have to find the money to go to the new location to carry my daughter there, then to come back to the initial location, then to go back for my daughter, and then to take her to her place of abode. So it would have cost me 5 times. So sometimes when God rewrites our scripts, we don't need to get angry. We don't need to get disappointed. We just need to look at the lesson, because in everything that happens to us, there is a lesson. So we need to learn the lesson. We need to understand the lesson. And we need to allow the Lord to order our steps, because everything that He has done, it is well done. And sometimes, children, we said children should be seen and not heard. I know that things have changed in our modern society. Now children are quite vocal. So if I did not listen to my daughter, I would have had to find an additional money for transportation, which I didn't bargain for because I already had gas in my car. So I would have already prepared for this trip. So therefore, I did not have that additional money for transportation cost. So God rewrote my script, and the Lord allowed me to listen to my daughter. So parents, sometimes we need to listen because we all don't know it. And also persons who have services to offer, be willing to admit when you have shortcomings, because all of us are struggling. All of us don't have it all together. And so we need to accept our limitations. We need to know when we can't, and we need to refer people to the right experts who can assist. And at the end of the day, we will all have learned something, and we will all have benefited from each other. God bless you all. Have a great day.